Some people say you've got to think like a potato just to cut a potato, but we know that's not actually true. So instead, I'm gonna teach you a really beginner-friendly way to cut potatoes. That's gonna save you a ton of time in the kitchen. Now, I'm using russet potatoes today, like this guy right here, but you can use this cutting method for just about any potato. So with that, we'll get to it. So before we cut our potatoes, since potatoes are super starchy, and honestly, that's probably why some people are intimidated to cut potatoes. The fine whetstone, I'm just gonna splash some water on it because I don't want this whetstone to crack. The more coarse ones, you actually soak in water for, I think like 40 minutes to 60 minutes or something like that. But for the fine one, honestly, I've been using this for a long time and I keep my knives nice and sharp with it. I just put a little water on it. It starts soaking into it a little bit, but then I just wipe it off. For me, that does the trick. Now, I'm sharpening this Wüsthof knife, which is like a German knife, and this has a 14-degree blade on it. My Japanese knife has a 10-degree blade on it, so that's really the main difference here. So we want to try to get it as close as we can to a 14-degree angle as we can, and we're going to start from the bottom of the knife, and we're going to go to the top of the knife. Now, I do it about 7 to 8 times on each side. And you just want a nice, steady, slow motion. Super important part is to wash your knife after you do this process. Otherwise, you're gonna have little shards of steel that will get into your food. So we don't want that to happen because I don't like eating steel myself. I don't know about you. So we're just gonna give it a quick rinse to wash off those steel shards. And then we're gonna run it through the honing blade really quick. And then we're gonna be good to cut our potatoes. Wash it off, dry it. Now all the little steel chunks, fragments are off. Now we're gonna use the steel, which some people get it confused. This doesn't actually sharpen it. It trues the blade, which is a very important process. It makes it, basically think of it, it makes the blade a little straighter. So it cuts a little more nicer. Now same thing here, we want it at about a 14-degree angle. If you're using a Japanese knife, like the other one I showed you, it's gonna be a 10-degree angle. You can hold it this way. Some people put it on the ground and then do it this way. I can't even do it that way that good, to be honest. I've just done it this way since I've learned, I guess. Don't do this at home, by the way, but this is how I test how sharp my knives are. You should cut a piece of paper or a tomato or something like that. I'm not gonna do it right now, but we're gonna move on to cutting the potatoes now. I'll also link this whetstone down below in the description. Important step for cutting potatoes too, we're gonna want a container of water, and I'm gonna slice off a piece of this lemon, put it in the water, and that's gonna preserve our potatoes from oxidizing and getting brown. Now, potatoes obviously have all round edges on them, which make it really tough to cut, and if you're trying to cut like this the entire time, you're more than likely gonna slip and hurt yourself. So what we're gonna do first is we're gonna cut off a little edge that's gonna make it a lot more stable to cut, and then we're gonna go through the rest of the process. If you can, try to find the flatter side of the potato. For instance, for me, it's gonna be this side. It's got a little less of a curvature to it because we're gonna lose a little bit less of a potato. Now I'm gonna cut about 1/2-inch chunks here. So we're gonna make the first cut about 1/2 inch off because we're gonna cut this up later. Now we've got our nice sturdy surface, and see what I mean how starchy it is? I mean, even on the knife, you can see all the starch content on there. That's why you need a really sharp knife, because if it's dull, it's gonna slip off and you're gonna hurt yourself. I've seen one of my chef buddies in culinary school, she cut the tip of her finger off and a bunch of red peppers. It was really gross. Now that we have our flat surface, we're gonna cut 1/2-inch slices through the whole potato, and that's gonna give us a bunch of columns basically. See that? That's about 1/2 inch right there. We want to continue the whole potato. So for this one, I'm gonna get about 4 1/2-inch cuts out of it. So we've got our 4 pieces, actually 5 pieces if you include the first piece, which we are including. See how it's almost getting a tiny bit oxidized already? We're gonna cut these up a little quicker so it doesn't do that, and we're gonna put in the lemon water mixture. So we're gonna take our chunks, and once you start getting better at it, you can stack them up and do them a lot quicker, but for this demonstration, we're just gonna use one at a time. So now this is about 1 inch total, right? We're gonna cut this one in half. Now we've got 2 1/2-inch pieces, and these are kind of like the consistency of steak fries actually. So you could keep them like this if you want. If you want to cut them into cubes, you're gonna shift it, and now you're gonna cut 1/2-inch cubes, just like this. So now we've got 1/2 inch cubes, which is perfect for what we're doing. And we're gonna go down the line. So we're gonna make sure we put these in our lemon water now to stop the oxidation process. We're gonna start cutting up the rest of these. Now, like I said, you can start stacking these when you get comfortable with it, but don't do it too early because I don't want you to hurt yourself.